prioritizing our time, such a massive thing that everybody could be doing if you're trying to maximize your day, maximize your results, get the most out of the 24 hours in that day, that week, that month, that year. That's something that by starting this program, I had to reprioritize my time. I've added more things into my day. I was getting home from work, having to do my outside exercise, read. It's not a big deal reading. Then, continue doing everything else I do in the evening, closing out jobs, trying to spend time with Destiny, our dogs. And so what I realized or what I came up with is, okay, well, I'll start doing my outside exercise at the office, and I'll do my reading at the office. And that way, whenever I get home, I still just have my job closeouts to do, phone calls to take, but I'll be able to be more present whenever I'm home and spending more time with Destiny, giving more attention to our dogs, taking them to the park, which I was still doing all of this when my day was running, late into the night. Yesterday, I really had a test day. We were invited by some family to go eat dinner in Hitchcock at 6. I'm like, shit, I go there, I'm going to have to come home, do my outside, or already did my outside. I'm going to have to do my weightlifting, reading, then job closeouts and everything else. Or, I can skip the dinner and not see my family, which that's not a great thing, which ultimately sometimes that has to happen to, sacrificing for a better tomorrow. I was like, man, I'm just going to go. It's a test day. I'm going to go have dinner, see the family, got home, got an hour weight in, got my reading in, finished my gallon of water, did job closeouts, finished taking phone calls. But that way, again, prioritizing my time is maximizing my day. I still get everything done in my professional life. I'm working on myself massively in my personal life, which is going to bleed into my professional life. The more I improve in my personal life, the more my professional life is going to improve as well. And that's something that every high achiever knows, that time is your biggest asset. One, that's something you can never get back, and we all have limited time. So from that aspect, you want to make sure you use your time wisely and schedule things out. Prioritize your day, schedule your day out. There's only 24 hours in a day, and we only have, 15 hours or whatever it is, 16 hours minus your sleeping hours to actually do and be productive. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it is enough. It's enough to get done everything you need to get done. It's enough to be present in your professional life, to continue pushing yourself in your professional life. It's enough to be present in your personal life. It's enough to take time to work on yourself personally in all aspects, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, your professional life. But a lot of people, the time's going to fly by. You have to use that time to your advantage. Because so many people, I went through it, you look up a couple years later, like, damn, I'm still in the same position. But what did you do differently with your time? How did you prioritize it? Did you schedule in there, working on yourself personally? Did you schedule in there, looking for a new job because you hate your job, you hate your boss? Did you schedule in there, give more time and affection to my significant other, and you didn't do that? Now your relationship's on the rocks. You have to schedule these things out. And if you can hold yourself accountable, there's enough time in the day to get everything done. I was starting to think like, man, it's a lot, but now that I've scheduled it out, I could actually do more in my day. I could add more in. I'm sure I will, or I'm sure something will add itself into my time. But you have to prioritize your time. You know, most people look up at the end of the day and they're like, shit, the day's almost over. You know, where'd the day go? I didn't get nothing done. That's because you didn't prioritize your time. You have to get serious and maximize your time. I've seen people, I've done it myself, and I've seen people in our company that have pushed themselves to the furthest they can push themselves. I mean, they've gotten ahead 5 years in 1 year, 10 years in 1 year, by sacrificing and maximizing your time, prioritizing your time, getting serious about what you want and scheduling that out. You know, what you give your attention to the most is what you're going to be best at and what you're going to become. Where if you're not focusing or giving your attention to anything, there's not going to be any growth. You know, I've talked to people and seen people that are 30, 40 years old, but they haven't worked on themselves since high school, and they're still basically a senior in high school. They haven't done anything to improve themselves since, you know, they were in school. And so it's like you're stuck at 17, 18 years old with the same mindset as an 18-year-old when you're 40 years old. And the mindset of your average 17, 18-year-old kid is not going to be productive when you're 30, 40 years old. And that's because they didn't prioritize their time. They didn't schedule things out. They didn't know what they wanted. Don't let that be you. Schedule out your time, prioritize your time. There's enough time in the day to get everything done that you need to get done. If it's important to you, you'll find a way to do it. You'll find a way to do it. If it's important to you, you'll lose sleep. You'll be stressed out. Whatever. If it's important to you, you'll figure it out. Prioritize your time. Pack your day. You can get everything done that you need to in all aspects of your life to make improvement each day if you prioritize your time. I hope this helps somebody out there. Prioritize your time, schedule things out that are important to you. What do you want? What does your future look like? What does your relationship look like in the future? What do you physically look like and feel like in the future? What's your mindset in the future? Are you going to be that senior in high school mindset when you're 40 years old because you didn't work on yourself mentally? You didn't get around other people that are trying to improve. Figure out what is important to you and schedule that stuff out. Prioritize it. You'll get it done. There's enough time in the day if you just schedule things out and prioritize things. I hope you all have a great day out there. Thank you for your time.